Ryan Milano joined by Knight Uretsky here in Santa Barbara, California, as the Conejo Oaks travel down to play against the Foresters. The lineup for the Oaks to start, as they're going to be up to bat first. Leading off in left field, Zach Gregory. In the 2 spot, right field, TJ Foreman. Brendan Bobo at the 3 spot, and first base, Grant Smith. Second baseman, batting number 4, Reagan Burford. He's DHing today. In the 5 spot, Robert Capozzi on the infield at the hot corner, batting number 6. At number 7, Raul Sandoval in center field, the captain of the outfield. Number 8, Andrew Sharp behind the dish, and the 9 spot in the lineup to turn it over, JT Naviak, the shortstop. The defensive alignment for the Foresters on the other side. Behind the dish is Ryan Robleski. He's going to be catching Christian Delaschmidt, the pitcher today for the Foresters. Kendall Pettis in left. Tyler Casagrande in center. Cade Higgins in right. That's the outfield alignment. Nathan Rombach at first. Andrew Cachel at third. Those are the corners of the infield. And the middle infield at shortstop, Jack Rydell. Next to him, Josiah Morrissey. That is the defensive alignment for the Foresters. That is the starting lineup for the Oaks, as we're about to get set and ready to go. Zach Gregory steps into the left-handed batter's box to face off against Della Schmidt. Gregory, on the season, he's had 32 at-bats. In those 32 at-bats, he's batted .286 on the year. First pitch to him. Above the letters, a ball. The game starts out 1-0 to Zach Gregory, who yesterday and throughout the entirety of the season has shown a propensity to get on base any way possible, including the walk. The 1-0, check swing. Gregory fights it off into the dirt, 1-1. So 3 walks yesterday for Gregory. On the season, 9 total base on balls, so he definitely knows how to get aboard. The 1-1 hits him. Not a walk, but a hit by pitch. Zach Gregory continues to do his job getting aboard any way possible. His 3rd hit by pitch of the season, and the leadoff runner is on for the Oaks.
And Gregory, he says that he doesn't like leading off, but he's one of the better players for the Oaks that gets on base consistently, like you've said. And, you know, right there, stays in the box, gets a ball that hits him right on the elbow guard. You know, that's an easy way to get a trip to first.
TJ Foreman, the 2-hole hitter, batting .311 on the season. First pitch in from Della Schmidt. Catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1 the count. Foreman, he's had 14 hits on the season. All 14 of them have been base knocks. So no extra base hits on the season. Only 1 walk on the season. Cuts through the 0-1. Make it 0-2.
And Foreman, this is a trip back to his former ballpark. Foreman, a couple of years ago, played with the Foresters for a month. So this was his home field for about a month. So, you know, it's a trip back home in a way for Foreman.
The 0-2. Foreman grounds one in the hole past second base. Morrissey can't get to it. Gregory stops at second. So the 15th hit of the season for Foreman, the 15th single of the season as he continues to get it done, getting aboard. And now 2 runners on with no one out in the 1st inning. That's going to bring up Brendan Bobo. Bobo on the season, .340 batting average, but has cooled off as of late. 3 for his last 24 plate appearances. Just 3 hits. No extra base hits in that span as well. First pitch to Bobo. Misses outside. 1-0 is the count. And for someone like Brendan Bobo, who, despite not having the greatest success over the past few weeks of the season, he still is among the top as he skies one into right field. Underneath it is Higgins. He makes the catch. Gregory's tagging. The throw and the relay goes to second. It's in time. Foreman thought he got under the tag. The tag was applied, so 2 outs on the fly-out double play. That is an F9 as 2 runners are retired, but there is now a runner on third base.
And to me, I'm with Foreman right there. It looked like he got in right before the tag. And, you know, He was instantly disagreeing with that call right when he got up the base. I don't know. I think he was safe.
I agree with you as well. I think he was safe on that play. He got, I believe, underneath the tag. The tag looked, to me at least, to be applied late. Either way, Grant Smith to the box. First pitch swinging. Cuts on and missed. 0-1 the count. Smith, he had a great day yesterday. Boosted his batting average to .295 for the season. Yesterday, a 4-for-5 day as the 0-1 is looked at outside. 1-1 the count. Smith, yesterday, 2 singles, a double, and a home run to his day, his first long fly of the season. The 1-1 brushes back Smith. He thinks it's a ball, but it gets rung up as a strike. The count, 1-2.
And Smith yesterday, a triple away from the cycle. Thought about it in that final at bat, but did get a 2 RBI single.
The 1-2, grounded to third, picked up by Cachel. The throw to first is in time, so the Oaks, they leave a runner on after just 1 hit, no errors, and no runs scored in the inning. To the bottom of the first we go. You're listening to the Conejo Oaks on the Conejo Oaks live stream. Back here for the bottom of the first inning. The Oaks in the first half got a runner to third base. Were not able to get him home. Now it's Lucian Westberg's job to take care of a tie game on the hill. Westberg, his last appearance was against these Foresters in that 5-5 tie. He pitched 3 shutout innings, allowed just 1 hit in that contest. Now he's facing off against Kendall Pettis, the leadoff man for Santa Barbara. First pitch in, looked at, and rung up, a strike. 0-1 the count. Westberg and Andrew Sharp, the battery connection today, as Pettis fouls off a pitch into his own dugout. Goes down quickly, 0-2. The infield for the Oaks, Bobo at first, Smith at second, Naviak at short, and Capozzi on the hot corner. The 0-2 fought off by Pettis. He stays alive. Still 0-2. Westberg, it's good to see for these Oaks going ahead in the counts early. We saw a little bit throughout the season, especially yesterday, a few walks hinder the Oaks. Now Westberg up 0-2. Cut through and missed. 4 pitches, 4 strikes, and a strikeout on the first at-bat for Lucian Westberg. Kendall Pettis goes down swinging. Andrew Kachel comes to the dish.
And that's a great start right there from Westberg. Talked to Westberg before the game, and, like every pitcher, he said, I want to throw strikes today, but not like every other pitcher. He said he wants to break some bats today. Like to have that mindset from your pitcher.
Andrew Kachel, first pitch to him, low and inside, a ball. And the heated rivalry between the Oaks and the Foresters is they typically are two of the top teams in the CCL, season in and season out. You can definitely feel it. Lucian Westberg, a big component of that in the Oaks clubhouse as he elevates the 1-0 pitch. It misses 2-0 to Kachel.
And yeah, like you said, the Oaks, they're in first place right now. The Foresters, they're in second place.
Kachel lifts one off the end of the bat. Shallow infield. Smith comes in, makes the squeeze, and 2 quickly retired in the inning. So a strikeout for Pettis on 4 pitches, and now Kachel on 3 pitches, looked at 2 balls, saw one in the zone. Westberg slowed it down. Kachel out in front and off the end of the bat. Smith able to mosey underneath it. Steven Zobak, the man in the box now. Zobak batting .333 on the year. 18 at-bats, 6 hits. First pitch to him, bounces in, a ball. 1-0 the count. We've seen a few times balls for the Oaks, these catchers bounce back behind the dish on balls that are in the dirt as the 1-0 misses elevated and away, 2-0. And Knight, what have you been seeing in terms of the defensive play from catchers?
Yeah, Andrew Sharp, he's definitely struggled a lot. He had a lot of pass balls against the Foresters the last time.
As the 2-0 lined hard and deep to right. Foreman going back, looking up, and a home run. It's over the wall and right. Steven Zobak fights off the wind and goes yard. The Foresters, they take an early 1-0 lead.
And that one right there from Zobak was absolutely smoked. You knew it was going to be deep, but that one just kept on going. Foreman just looked at it, and, it almost hit our bus that we came in right field. Got to be careful if you're our bus driver.
And right there, that ball elevated in the zone, and Steven Zobak just able to barrel it up, and I don't think you get a more pure line drive than that. Westberg, that's just the second hit of the season that he's given up to Santa Barbara. That will bring up Nathan Romback. First pitch to him, in at the knees for a strike.
And going back to talking about the catching play, Sharp, he struggled. He had a couple of pass balls and a couple of drop third strikes against the Foresters the last time we saw him. Anson Arrows, though, he's been solid.
The 0-1 misses. 1-1 the count.
But Arrows not here with the Oaks today. He's down at Petco Park in a showcase as he's preparing for the MLB draft, possibly going to get drafted, but Sharp behind the dish again.
The 1-1. Inside, misses the zone. Squeezes past the glove of Sharp. No one on base, so no one can advance. 2-1 the count.
And that's already the second or third time we've seen a ball get past Sharp, and there's nobody on. Could cost the Oaks if there is a runner later.
The 2-1. It misses to Nathan Romback. It is now 3-1. Romback batting .200 on the year, but he's still in that 4 spot. He has 4 RBI on the season, 2 doubles, 5 total hits, and 25 at-bats. The 3-1. Elevated, misses the zone, and after the first 2 outs in short order, Lucian Westberg has given up a home run and now walked Nathan Romback on 5 pitches.
And right now it just looks like Westberg's missing high and low. The one that he missed on, it was high, but he's thrown a couple of balls in the dirt. But they've gotten past Sharp. Be interesting to see how Sharp does defensively here with a runner on. Seen a couple of pass balls. Wouldn't be surprised if another pass ball happens and you see Romback head to second.
That'll bring up Tyler Casagrande. First pitch to Casagrande. Misses the zone. It's a ball. 1-0 the count. Casagrande, he's had just 7 at-bats as he's appeared in 3 games on the season. but he is towards the top in batting average for the Foresters. 429 his average in limited sample size. The 1-0 catches the outside part of the plate at the knees for a strike, 1-1. Slight shift on the infield. Naviak shaded towards second base. Smith in the hole between first and second. Bobo holding the runner on as Westberg picks off. Back in safely is Romback. And that shift, because of the right-handed hitter, also because of the runner on first. Smith needing to be in that hole as Bobo's holding the runner on. The 1-1 misses high, 2-1 the count.
And Westberg out of Oxnard College. He's probably played here against SBCC, so he's a little bit familiar with the mound.
The 2-1 bounced up the middle. Naviak fields it, steps on second, and the inning is retired. So 1 run on the long fly from Steven Zobak. That's all that Westberg gives up, as there is 1 runner left on base and no errors here as we head to the top of the second inning on the Conejo Oaks live stream as the Oaks try to bounce back here in Santa Barbara. Top of the second. 5, 6, 7, Burford, Capozzi, Sandoval. Those are the men that are set to face off against Christian Della Schmidt. The Oaks, they now trail 1-0. Burford. First pitch to him. In on the black on the outside part of the plate. A strike. The count 0-1. Burford on the year. He has really picked up his batting average since the start of the season, especially in CCL play. He grounds this one to shortstop. Throw on to first. It's in time. To finish that, Burford, he was batting .333 on the season. That's going to drop just a tick after that ground out. Capozzi, the third baseman for the Oaks, not a typical third baseman. He has played third one other time this season, trying his hand on the hot corner once again today. First pitch to Capozzi. Bounced high back to the pitcher. Della Schmidt throws on to first. And quick retirement of the first 2 batters for the Oaks. 3 pitches in the inning, as Della Schmidt now sees 2 down.
And Della Schmidt, so far, he hasn't thrown more than 4 pitches to the batter. The one that he did throw 4 pitches to, that was Grant Smith to end last inning. But so far, 3 pitches, 3 pitches, 2 pitches, 4 pitches, 2 pitches, and 1 pitches to all the batters.
First pitch to Sandoval. In there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Sandoval batting .143 on the season. 2 hits in his 17 plate appearances. Della Schmidt bounces one in. Misses the zone significantly. Luckily For the Foresters, there were no one on base. So it just results in a ball. 1-1 the count to Sandoval. His on base percentage, .294, so he does get on with walks and hit by pitches, but right there swings through an off-speed pitch over the heart of the plate. 1-2 the count as Raul Sandoval down in the count.
And Delaschmidt's done a great job changing speeds, working to his advantage.
The 1-2 above the hands, 2-2 the count. And Sandoval, on the season, he has 3 runs scored, but just 2 hits. So more runs scored than hits. That tells you a little bit about him and his on-base percentage. But he does swing through the 2-2 pitch. Strikes out. The side is retired. So Delaschmidt, he's working on the mound. The Oaks, they have not been able to get anything across the plate. No one on base in that inning. We will head to the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to the Oaks live stream presented by KDTV on YouTube. Bottom of the second inning. The Oaks, they trail 1-0. 6, 7, 8 up for the Foresters. Ryan Robleski, the catcher, starts off the inning. Robleski, he's someone that on the season is batting just .182. 2 hits and 11 at-bats. First pitch to him. Elevated, misses the zone. 1-0 the count.
And Westberg, his first inning, he did pretty good, did give up the home run, but other than that, he was pretty solid.
The 1-0 lined in past Naviak at shortstop into left field. A single, and the leadoff man is on for Santa Barbara. That's going to bring up Jack Rydell. Rydell plays shortstop defensively. Bats .333 on the season. He's had the most bats of anyone for the Foresters. 42 at-bats. The closest next member, 26. 39 for Andrew Cachel. But then in third place, it is 26. A pickoff attempt towards first. Robleski dives back in safely.
And it's impressive that he has so many at-bats in the 9 games. I mean, Cachel, he has 39 at-bats in 11 games. So 2 less games, but more at-bats.
He watches the first pitch high and away. A ball. The count 1-0. The 1-0. Rydell. Lined foul outside of third. 1-1 the count. Rydell against the Oaks so far this season. He played in 1 game against Conejo. He had 5 at-bats, 1 hit, and a run scored, as well as a home run being that 1 hit in the ballgame. 5 RBIs for him.
It's also the 1 run, too. It's off that home run.
Yes, absolutely. That was in the 11-4 win that the Foresters had over Conejo, but Rydell, he did not appear in the 5-5 tie that these two teams currently have on their schedule.
I believe he was the one that hit that grand slam in that game.
Pickoff attempt, diving back into first, and safely is Robleski. Westberg, he has picked off Robleski a few times. Rydell reaches out for one, fouls it straight down. Now behind in the count 1-2.
And Westberg right now has got to go with an off-speed pitch, probably low and inside to Rydell. You're a right-handed pitcher throwing to a left-handed batter. You're ahead in the count. You can waste a pitch if it goes in the dirt. But right here, trying to chase or get Rydell to chase.
Westberg checks the runner at first. Rydell down in the count 1-2. To the dish. Umpire calls time before the pitch is thrown, so a wasted pitch does not record on the stat sheet. Defensive alignment for the Oaks in the outfield, straight up. On the infield, a slight shift to the right-handed batter. Westberg looks to first, picks off. Bobo, it's in time. The pickoff gets Robleski, and now there's one down in the inning. Westberg went back to that pickoff a few times. It worked on the fourth time that he picked off to Robleski in this inning.
And right there is consistency. Robleski probably not thinking he's going to pick him off. It was an excellent move. And, just got Robleski guessing right there if he was going to throw it or not. Does throw it and doesn't get back in time.
The 1-2 to Rydell. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball. Drops below the zone, and Rydell swings over top of it. So in short order, there was one runner on and no one out. And after just one pitch and a pickoff, there is no one on and 2 outs in the inning.
And like I said, it was going to have to be an off-speed pitch, low. Got Rydell to chase. It was a perfect pitch from Westberg.
Cade Higgins, the right fielder, watches the first pitch, missed the zone, a ball, 1-0 the count. Higgins, 3.08 on the season. He's appeared in a few games against the Oaks so far this season. As Westberg, he goes to the dish. Ball elevated above the zone, 2-0. And actually, the stats for that 5-5 tie against the Oaks are not recorded yet in the stat sheet. So there are no stats or any stats, at least on the official stat sheet from that game, because it is not officially a contest. Higgins fights one off in foul territory. Capozzi goes underneath it, so a 1-2-3 inning for Westberg. No runs on a single hit, no errors, and no one left on base as Westberg picked off Robleski at first. We head to the bottom of the we head to the top of the third inning. You're listening to the Conejo Oaks live stream presented by KDTV. Top of the third inning. Andrew Sharp, the leadoff man for Conejo. JT Naviak on deck, and Zach Gregory, the leadoff hitter for the Oaks, is in the hole. First pitch to Sharp. Inside on the black, a strike. The count 0-1. Christian Delishmet has been dealing on the hill so far today. 12 pitches in the first, just 8 pitches in the second. The 0-1 to Sharp. Inside for a ball. 1-1 the count. Sharp on the season, batting .273 within .385 on base percentage. The 1-1. Line sharply to first base. The snag is made by Rombach. He steps on the base. Hard hit ball by Sharp down the line, but Rombach able to squeeze it, and the first man is retired for the Oaks.
I like that call right there, Ryan. Sharp hits it sharply, but, it was a hard hit ball right to the first baseman. Rombach, it was an excellent play right there defensively, and, it's good for Sharp because he was the beer batter. If he struck out, the fans got a coupon for $1 beer, that time a ground out.
First pitch to Naviak, in at the knees. Naviak showed bunt, pulled back. The strike called against him anyways. The count 0-1. Off-speed pitch misses the zone. Now it's even at 1-1. Naviak on the season batting .273 as well, so both Sharp and Naviak at that number. The 1-1 just catches the top part of the zone. 1-2 the count.
And Naviak was somebody that was hitting the ball really, really well at the beginning of the season.
The 1-2 off-speed pitch fought off by Naviak, and a line out to Shia Morrissey there at second base. So 2 members of the Oaks retired early here in the third inning. That one, a fly out to the second baseman, and no Oaks batter has gone above 5 pitches in a single at-bat so far today. And that 5-pitch at-bat was Raul Sandoval in a 5-pitch strikeout. So Christian Delishmet on the mound has been throwing an absolute gem. After the first 2 batters, he was not very successful. That first batter was Zach Gregory, who squares to bunt, pulls it back, the ball outside, missing. The count 1-0. Gregory, in his first at-bat, got hit by a pitch on the 3rd pitch of the at-bat. The 1-0. Gregory squares to bunt again, pulls it back, breaking ball, dropped in to the batter's box level, but off the plate. The count 2-0. Gregory looks at a pitch inside below the knees, so now Zach Gregory continues his good eye at the plate that he has shown throughout the season. He goes up 3-0. 2 outs here in the inning. The 3-0 in there for a strike. Gregory left the bat on his shoulder, and Delishmet dials back into the zone.
And Delishmet right now, he's just wasting no time. He just gets the ball and then goes with it. It's been really impressive.
The 3-1 to Gregory. He thinks about it, does not offer, and is awarded first base. Gregory, he's on twice so far today. A hit by pitch in the first, and now a 2-out walk in the third. Delishmet has been dealing to every one of the Oaks except for Zach Gregory. And the next man who's coming up, TJ Foreman. Foreman, his first time up, singled through the gap between shortstop and third base. First pitch to Foreman, line to second base. Morrissey positioned perfectly right there. A line out and the inning is over. So after 3, the Oaks still not on the scoreboard. They've had just 3 base runners so far today. And in this inning, no runs on no hits, no errors. And Zach Gregory left on first base. To the bottom of the third we go on the Conejo Oaks live stream. Bottom of the third, Josiah Morrissey, the 9-hole hitter, getting his first licks against Lucian Westberg. First pitch into Morrissey, grounded outside of the first base bag. Bobo knew that it was going to be foul. Westberg did not. Westberg quick off the hill to cover first base if it was needed on a ground ball to first.
I think it's just the pitcher mindset right there. Any ground ball toward the right side of the infield, you're taking off towards first.
The 0-1 misses the plate, 1-1 to Morrissey. The 1-1, Morrissey skied high in foul territory. Capozzi giving it a look, and it drops out of play. It actually dropped just inside of the fence. Capozzi moseyed over like it was going to be in foul out of play territory beyond the fence, but it was a playable ball.
Yeah.
Either way, it is a strike.
If Capozzi takes off right there, I think he makes the play.
The 1-2, Morrissey fights it off. The count still at 1-2. Josiah Morrissey threw 11 at-bats, 6 hits, a .273 average on the season. The 1-2 from Westberg bounces in a ball. Westberg coming off a strong second inning, threw just 10 pitches in the frame. The 1-2, grounded, hard, but foul. So now Morrissey has seen 6 pitches in the at-bat, about to see a 7th.
And already 7 pitches to Morrissey. In the first 2 batters last inning from Westberg, only threw 7 pitches. So already working the count in this inning are the Foresters.
Morrissey skied high into shallow right field. Foreman coming in, makes the play right underneath it. Smith thought he had a look at it, but Foreman called him off, and the first out of the inning is retired. So to the top of the order we go here, as 1 run scored for either team, as both teams have seen the lineup turn over. Kendall Pettis now to the dish. First pitch to Pettis, misses outside, a ball. Pettis, his first time up, struck out on 4 pitches. That was 4 straight strikes as Westberg started off his performance pounding the zone. The 1-0, off speed into the glove of Sharp at the bottom of the zone. 1-1 the count.
That was a beautiful pitch right there. Catches the outside corner off-speed pitch.
The 1-1, Pettis squares to bunt. Ball gets past Sharp. No one on base, so no advancement. The count 2-1. And we've seen a few times today where Andrew Sharp, on balls that haven't been in the dirt, not able to squeeze it. The 2-1 in there for a strike. The count 2-2. So now Pettis has seen 2 two-strike counts today. 0-2 in the first, now 2-2 here in the third. The 2-2 lined into shallow right center field over the head of Smith. Sandoval coming in to retrieve it, but Pettis, he's aboard with a single.
And right there, Smith positioned in the right position, just the ball went right over his head. It was right to Smith, just a little too high for him. And it was an excellent single right there for Pettis as he gets on with 1 out.
And that's going to bring up Andrew Cachel, the 2-hole hitter today for the Foresters. He flied out on the infield in his last at-bat. That was retrieved by Smith. First pitch to him. Misses the zone. The count 1-0. Cachel, he did not appear in the 5-5 tie against the Oaks. The typical third baseman for the Foresters saw an off day that day. He was not in attendance. The 1-0 in there for a strike. The count now 1-1.
And the first 2 pitches that Cachel's seen has been fastballs up in the zone. The second one there catches the outside corner high and elevated. Westberg, he's not afraid to pound that high upper zone with that fastball.
Pickoff attempt to Pettis at first. He's back in without a slide. 1-1 count. Pettis telling the first base umpire what type of sign he wants when he gets back in safely. The 1-1 out of the glove of Sharp as the runner is going. Pettis, he gets to second base easily. And we mentioned it with no runners on. Andrew Sharp, a little bit of struggle holding onto the ball behind the dish right there. It allows for Pettis to get into second base without a throw.
And it almost allowed Pettis to go from second to third. You know, Pettis was stealing second already. Right there, it looked like Sharp, he was trying to already rush the throw to second before even catching the ball. He's got to slow it down and, you know, just see the ball into his mitt.
The 2-1 elevated off the plate. 3-1 the count into Andrew Kachel. Kachel, he has played against the Oaks so far this season. That was in the 11-4 loss for the Oaks. He had 5 at-bats, 2 hits, one of those being a home run. 3 RBIs accounted for from Kachel. Now Sharp, he goes out to talk to Westberg on the mound as Westberg is behind in the count 3-1. Sharp now back behind the dish. The left-hander Kachel facing off against the right-hander in Westberg. Naviak holding the runner on. Pick off back to second. Westberg actually fakes the throw. Hidden ball trick to the broadcaster.
Yeah, nobody was there at second. Just kind of faked the throw because nobody was there.
The 3-1 as Naviak bails out. The ball low and away. So a 5-pitch walk into Andrew Kachel, and 2 runners are on now for the Foresters with just 1 down in the inning. And the man who comes to the plate is the man who ripped a ball into right field. A no-doubt home run his last time up.
Yeah, Zobak, he just launched one right to that right field area, right by where the American flag is flying, right by the Gold Coast bus that we took to this game. It was an absolute missile.
First pitch bounces in, a ball. Pettis headed to third. He's in there safely, and following him up at second base to put 2 runners in scoring position is Kachel. That, a ball that was in the dirt that Sharp could not get a handle on, left it down there in the dirt. The first pitch to Zobak, credited as a ball, as now there are 2 runners in scoring position. The 1-0, skied into left center field. Coming in is Gregory, diving. He's going to not get the play. 1 run is going to score. Into third is Kachel, and Zobak gets into second. So an RBI double for Steven Zobak as Kendall Bettis comes all the way around to score. Kachel just advances 1 bag over to third.
And that was a tough read right there from Kachel. It was a soft hit ball to left center. Gregory, he did his best to charge in and dive for the play, just couldn't come up with the ball. Seen a lot of times this season, Oaks outfielders diving for balls, they just can't make the play. And as a result, you know, Zobak, he heads to second. Sometimes you just like to see the outfielders let the ball drop and then make a play.
Nathan Rombach walked his first time up. Sees the first pitch elevated, a ball, 1-0 the count. So after a 19-pitch inning in the first, a 10-pitch inning in the second, Lucian Westberg, he is now in with 20 pitches after that ball and just 1 down here in the third. This one lined into right center field. Sandoval makes the dive and the play. Tagging and scoring is going to be Kachel. So a sacrifice fly and a run scored. Zobak headed to third. Nathan Rombach. An athletic play in center by Sandoval. Not able to get a hit. And now another run comes through for Santa Barbara.
And that was an excellent play by Sandoval in center field. Dives, makes the play, but 1 run does come in to score, and still another runner just 90 feet away. Foresters, they're doing a good job scoring in this inning.
Westberg comes to the plate. Misses the first pitch to Casagrande. Casagrande, his last time up, grounded out to JT Neviak at shortstop. Now grounds one to Smith at second, gets just past the glove of Smith into the outfield. Hard hit ground ball results in another RBI for Santa Barbara, and so now the Foresters lead 4-0.
And right now, the Foresters, they're just pouring it on. Morrissey got out on a flyout on the 7th pitch of the at-bat to start, but since then, it's basically been all Foresters. A single, a walk, a double, a sac fly, and now another single, as they just scored their 3rd run of the inning.
Casagrande on first, Robleski to the dish. A single for Ryan Robleski his last time up. Was then thrown out as he grounds one to second base. Smith throws on to first. It's in time to get him, so the inning is retired. The Foresters, they score 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. To the top of the 4th we go. The Oaks, they trail 4-0. You're listening to the Oaks live stream presented by KDTV. Top of the 4th inning, Ryan Milano joined by Knight Uretsky. Knight, the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning of play-by-play are your duty.
Up to the plate now is Brendan Bobo, as the first pitch to him is smoked in the air to right field. Going back, gone, gone, gone. Brendan Bobo sees the first pitch to him, and he takes it to deep right field. And the Oaks, they're on the board with the first pitch in the top of the 4th inning. It is now 4-1.
And that was just crushed. Brendan Bobo, he's struggled a little bit to put his bat on the ball and barrel one up. Right there, he got back in his rhythm, barreled one up, and it was see you later, Brendan Bobo. No doubter home run, so there have been 2 of those so far today. 1 for the Foresters, and now Brendan Bobo with 1 for the Oaks.
And that was an absolute missile, as now Grant Smith at the plate. The first pitch to him misses high. It's now 1-0. That one almost clipped Smith right there. But Bobo, prior to entering this game, 3 for 24 in his last couple of games. Went 0 for 1 to start the game, but the first pitch he saw here, he launched to right field as Smith swings and misses. Counts even at 1-1 to Grant Smith. Smith, his first time up, grounded out as Schmidt misses again. Off-speed pitch outside. It's now 2-1 to Smith. Mentioned it in the first inning. Smith, the player of the game yesterday, went 4 for 5. Schmidt wastes no time. Fires, that one misses high. It's now 3-1 to Grant Smith.
Right here, Smith ahead in the count. Schmidt not on his game.
Smith, this one's grounded to the shortstop, Rydell. The throw over to first is in time. And Smith, he sees a 3-1 count that he grounds out to the shortstop, Rydell. The 6-3 play, a 5-pitch at bat. And now coming up to the plate, Reagan Burford.
And that is beneficial for Christian Schmidt because he was mowing through the Oaks through the first few innings. He threw just a few pitches in each one of the innings, 10 in the first, as well as 8 in the second, and then in the third also sat them down in short order.
Burford showed bunt, pulled back, but at the last second, still a strike. It's 0-1 to Burford. Burford, his first time up, grounded out to the shortstop as this one misses just inside. Thought it maybe hit his jersey, does not. Counts even, 1-1.
I also heard it hit his jersey as well. Sometimes these Oaks players, they want to stand in and hit. They want to get their bat on the ball.
Burford swings. This one's lined right to the third baseman, Cachel. The play is made on a diving play by Andrew Cachel.
And they don't call it the hot corner for nothing. It takes quick reactions. Andrew Cachel able to dive right in, make a quick play and a quick read. And that is just all quick twitch, muscle, and reaction time. And Andrew Cachel gets down to the floor and gets the out.
And Schmidt right now, he's just working through the Oaks lineup. The first pitch in the inning, Bobo ripped to right for a home run, but since then, a 5-pitch at bat to Smith that ended in a ground out, and a 3-pitch at bat to Burford that ended in a line out. Getting like a little bit of a stoppage. The umpire's all set, and we're squared away. Up to the plate now is Robert Capozzi, the third baseman. Saw him start a game at third and later come into a game at third this season as the first pitch to him in there for a strike. Check swung by Capozzi. It's now 0-1 to Capozzi. Capozzi, his first time up, a ground out right back to the pitcher on the first pitch he saw as he swings and misses at the second pitch he saw. It's now 0-2 to Capozzi. The 0-2 pitch. At the knees, he got him. It's the second strikeout of the game for Schmidt, and that'll do it for the top of the fourth inning. So, 1 run on the 1 hit from Brendan Bobo, a moonshot to right field, and that's all for the Oaks. No errors and no runners left on. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. 4-1 the score. You are listening on the Conejo Oaks live stream presented by KDTV. Up to the plate now, Jack Rydell, the shortstop. Lucian Westberg still in the game as Rydell shows bunt, fouls it away. It's now 0-1 to Rydell. Rydell, his first time up, it was a 5-pitch at bat that he struck out swinging. Stands in for the second time. His team's up 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Westberg, the windup, the pitch. That one, a off-speed pitch, misses high. It's now even, 1-1 to Rydell. And Rydell, originally from Houston, Texas, goes to North Carolina as he swings at this one, grounded to the second baseman Smith, over to first. The play is made. A 3-pitch at bat for Rydell ends in a 4-3. And one is gone here in the bottom of the 4th.
And Westberg right now, after coming off of an inning in which the Foresters, they put up 3 runs, it's important to come back and come into the zone. Make sure that you throw strikes. Don't try to get too cute around the strike zone, give away balls. Come right back into the zone and force the Foresters to hit.
Cade Higgins now up to the plate. First pitch to him misses low. 1-0 to Higgins. Higgins, his first time up, a 3-pitch at bat in which he flew out to Capozzi in foul territory. Second pitch to Higgins misses inside, almost clipped him on the elbow. It's now 2-0 to Higgins as he gets ahead. The windup, the pitch. The 2-0 catches the zone. It's now 2-1 to Higgins. Higgins, originally from Las Vegas, goes to Arizona State, batting .350 on the year for the Foresters. The 2-1 hit right back up the middle, now grounded to Smith. Throw over to first in time, and 2 straight 4-3 plays, and 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th.
And that's the broken bat that Lucian Westberg was talking about before the game. He said he wanted to throw strikes and break a few bats. That time, the handle left in the hand of Higgins, the rest of the bat down the third baseline.
So far, 7 pitches in this inning, 2 outs. First pitch to Morrissey, misses high. It's 1-0. Morrissey, the last time he was up, it was last inning. He led off the inning, and it was a 7-pitch battle in which he lost. He flew out to T.J. Foreman, the right fielder. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Counts even at 1-1 to Morrissey.
And we've seen 3 consecutive ground outs to the second baseman. Ryan Robleski ended off the 3rd inning with a ground out, and the 2 outs this inning, both ground outs to Smith.
Curveball catches the knees. Counts 1-2 to Morrissey now. Morrissey goes to Cal State Bakersfield, so Andrew Sharp, the catcher, also a Cal State Bakersfield player, so 2 CSUB Roadrunners at the dish right now. The 1-2 misses low. Counts even at 2-2.
And on the theme of ground outs to the second baseman, Tyler Casagrande, a single in the 3rd inning. He was the second to last batter up in the inning. He hit a ground ball towards Smith as well. It was just 2 hard hit in the hole.
The 2-2 misses in the dirt again, and the count's full 3-2 to Morrissey.
And we start to hear now a lot of chatter from both sides. We heard a little bit last inning after Smith got a ball thrown near his head, some chatter from the Oaks dugout. Now we see back and forth chatter from the Foresters and Oaks dugouts.
The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th inning. 3 up, 3 down, and we head to the top of the 5th inning. 4-1 the score, the Foresters lead. You're listening on the Conejo Oaks live stream on YouTube, presented by KDTV. Night Uretsky, Ryan Milano back with you here at Pershing Park in beautiful Santa Barbara, California. The first pitch to Raul Sandoval is grounded to the shortstop, Jack Rydell. The throw over to first in time, and the first pitch Sandoval saw, he grounds out to Rydell. It's a 6-3 play, and one is gone after the first pitch.
And right now the Oaks, they just are not getting deep in counts. They continue to swing early in counts, and Christian Della Schmidt has really breezed through this game. 12 pitches in the first, 8 in the second, 13 in the third, and 12 in the fourth. That equated for 45 pitches through the first 4 innings. That is a gem of a start so far for Christian Della Schmidt.
First pitch to Andrew Sharp, swung on and missed. It's now 0-1 to Sharp. Sharp, his first time up, grounded out to the first baseman, Rombach. It's a 3-pitch at bat for him. The 0-1, swung on and missed. And now Sharp, the beer batter today here in Santa Barbara. It's a promotion where if Sharp strikes out, and the fans get a coupon for $1 beer, now down to 0-2.
Do you know why it's Andrew Sharp?
I don't know why it's Andrew Sharp. They just said that on the promotion. You can hear the PA announcer. The 0-2 misses high. It's now 1-2. Do you know why it's Andrew Sharp?
I don't. I have no idea why it's Andrew Sharp. That feels like it's singling out Andrew Sharp. Feels like a little bit of fire onto a rivalry.
The 1-2 pitch. Catches the knees. Sharp gone looking. And the beer batter is struck out looking. And the fans here in Santa Barbara, they're going to be happy. So, Della Schmidt, 5 pitches in this inning, 2 outs, a ground out from Sandoval, and a strikeout from Sharp looking. And up to the plate now, JT Naviak. Naviak looks at the first pitch to him. It catches the knees, outside corner. It's now 0-1 to Naviak.
And Della Schmidt, outside of that one pitch to Bobo, has just really been unstoppable throughout the game.
As Della Schmidt misses outside this time, count even 1-1. Naviak, his first time up, lined out to the second baseman. That was a 4-pitch at bat. Swing and a miss here. 1-2 the count to Naviak. Night Uretsky, Ryan Milano back with you here in beautiful Santa Barbara. Kendall Pettis, the leadoff man, up to the plate for the 3rd time today as he looks at the first pitch. Off speed, catches the knees. It's 0-1 to Pettis. Pettis, so far today, a strikeout in the first, and then a single and a stolen base in the third. Looks at the second pitch, it bounces in. Count even, 1-1.
And the day that's been had on the other side by Della Schmidt should not overshadow what Lucian Westberg has been doing at the plate, or on the mound.
Second pitch misses high. It's now 2-1.
Westberg, he's worked his way through the day in short order as well. 19 pitches in the first, 10 in the second, 23 in the third, 13 in the fourth. So outside of that 23 in the third, in which 3 runs were scored, Westberg, he has been sitting down batters in short order.
Pettis pops this one up, shallow right field. Smith and Foreman over. Foreman calls off Smith, makes the play, and the first batter up is retired on the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Up to the plate now, Andrew Kachel, the third baseman. So far today, 0 for 1. A fly out in the first, and a base on balls, which he came around to score on in the third. First pitch to him, bounced in. One got past Sharp. It's now 1-0 to Kachel. And now Sharp's going to go talk things over with Westberg.
And we've seen twice already this inning Westberg bounce 2 pitches in that have gotten past Sharp. So that is what I assume the mound conference is about.
All squared away. The windup, the pitch. That one, an off-speed pitch that catches the zone, counts even now 1-1 to Kachel.
And it was clear that Kachel was anticipating fastball. He froze up on a breaking ball that was right down the middle.
The 1-1 misses outside. It's now 2-1 to Kachel. Kachel from the garlic capital of the world, Gilroy, California, goes to Fresno State University, batting .410 with the Foresters this season. The 2-1. That one misses high and outside. 3-1 count to Kachel right now. And Ryan, did you know that Gilroy was the garlic capital?
I had no idea.
The 3-1 grounded past Smith, the second baseman, into right field. Andrew Kachel on with a single. And yes, Gilroy is the garlic capital of the world. They have the Garlic Festival there in Gilroy.
How do you know that?
Well, I've been to the Garlic Festival in Gilroy. I've spent a lot of time in the south of San Jose area. Spent a lot of time in Morgan Hill, California, which is the town just north of Gilroy. Been to Gilroy a couple of times, but at the Garlic Festival, you can get garlic ice cream.
I want garlic ice cream.
Yeah?
I really want garlic ice cream.
The garlic pizza I got there was really good. I do remember that. Westberg throws back to first. In there safely is Kachel.
I want all types of ice cream.
Yeah?
Someone, if there's anyone listening to the broadcast who's in the Santa Barbara area, if you want to deliver ice cream, I would not say no.
If anyone wants to get McConnell's ice cream from me, I would love it. This one grounded, or not grounded, lined to Smith, the second baseman. Zobak, he's retired on the first pitch saw to him. And now 2 are gone with a man on first.
And Smith has gotten a lot of action today. The way that Lucian Westberg has been pitching, it's induced a lot of ground outs and line outs to that side of the infield. You have to remain active if you're Grant Smith because there has been a lot of work.
Nathan Romback at the plate. Times was called before the throw.
And that's the second time that time has been called while Westberg has been either close or in his motion. 2 late time calls already in this game. And as a pitcher, you don't like when time is called, especially when you're in your motion. It forces you to either hold up and halt your motion, which can result in an injury, or go through and result in more wear and tear on your arm with more pitches throughout the game. I don't like the 2 late time calls.
First pitch to Romback, misses high. It's 1-0 to him. And yeah, they do like to call times. I've seen it a couple of times. And both time that times has been called, seems like Westberg, he's just holding on into that set motion for a long time, staring in. And the umpire feels like it's too long, and that's why he calls times. Runner on first, 2 outs as they throw back to first. In there safely is Kachel. Romback today, a walk in the first and then a sac fly in the third. Had a 5-pitch at bat on that walk and a 2-pitch at bat, as now he's up 1-0. This time lifts this one high in the air, left center field. The left fielder Gregory makes the play, and the inning is over. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on. We head to the top of the 6th inning. The Oaks, they're trailing 4-1. You are listening on the Conejo Oaks live stream presented by KDTV. Knight Uretsky, Ryan Milano back with you, top of the 6th inning. This game is flying by. Up to the plate now, Zach Gregory. 4-1 the score, the Foresters lead. First pitch to Gregory, misses outside. 1-0 to Gregory. Gregory today has been the best batter of the day for the Oaks. He's gone on twice, a hit by pitch in the first and a base on balls in the third. Gregory swings and misses at the second pitch to him. Counts even 1-1. Della Schmidt, he's been impressive today for the Foresters. He's only thrown 53 pitches on the afternoon. Gregory takes one that's called for a strike inside corner. It's now 1-2 to Gregory. Sun beginning to set down here in Santa Barbara. The 1-2 misses outside. Counts even 2-2. Not exactly set, but it's getting lower, and apologies if it's affecting the camera angle, as looks like the left side of the screen is starting to be blared out by the sun. Doing the best we can here with our resources. The 2-2 to Gregory. This one's grounded to the second baseman, Morrissey. Throw on the run. The play is made, and a 5-pitch at bat for Gregory ends in a 4-3 groundout.
And Gregory's been the only one who's really seen Della Schmidt deep into counts. He saw 5 pitches in that at-bat, 5 pitches in his at-bat in the third, and then 3 pitches, but that at-bat was halted not to Gregory's doing, as he was hit by that pitch in the first inning. So 8 pitches have been eaten up by Gregory. For the rest of the Oaks combined, they've eaten up under 50 pitches, which, if you do the math, not an equal share.
First pitch to TJ Foreman is in there for a strike. 0-1 to Foreman. Foreman today, he's hit 2 hard balls. One a single to right field and one a line out to the second baseman. Second pitch to Foreman. This one's skied in the air to shallow right field. Coming in is Higgins. He makes the play, and 2 are gone here in the top of the 6th.
And Della Schmidt is doing something very impressive, which is leaving pitches out over the zone where the Oaks feel like they can get on it, but also not inducing any hard hit balls. We've only seen a handful of them throughout the entire day. One of them by the man who's now at the plate.
Brendan Bobo swings at the first pitch to him. He fouls it away. The last time he was up, saw the first pitch and then sent it right over the right field wall. That was an absolute moonshot. Second pitch to Bobo. Outside, count even 1-1. Bobo, his first time up, though, did fly out to the right fielder, so 2 hard hit balls to right field. Bobo smokes this one right to the first baseman, Romback, and the inning is over. So 3 up, 3 down for the Oaks. We head to the bottom of the 6th. The Foresters, they're leading 4-1. You are listening on the Conejo Oaks live stream presented by KDTV. Knight Uretsky, Ryan Milano back with you here at Pershing Park in beautiful Santa Barbara. New pitcher on the mound for the Oaks, that's Brent Jocks. Final stat line for Lucian Weschberg. 77 pitches in 5 innings pitched. Faced 22 batters, had 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, but gave up 6 hits and 4 earned runs. Up to the plate, Tyler Casagrande. First pitch from Jocks, inside, a fastball. 1-0 to Casagrande. Casagrande today, he had a ground out in the first and then a single in the third. The 1-0. This one's grounded to shortstop Naviak. Throw over to first. The play is made. And a 2-pitch at bat for Casagrande ends in a 6-3 ground out.
And what both pitchers for both sides have been doing so far is just leaving pitches over the heart of the plate, or leaving pitches that are strikes that are forcing swings and not really generating any hard contact. Brent Jocks, he starts out his outing the same way.
Snap to the plate, Ryan Robleski. As he stands in to face Brent Jocks for the first time today. Jocks, he's set. The pitch. That one's a fastball inside. 1-0 to Robleski. Robleski today, a single and a ground out. Up for the 3rd time today and the first time against the righty Jocks. The 1-0. This one's line to center. Going back is Sandoval. He makes the play. And 2 are gone after 4 pitches.
And quick retirement for both batters by Jocks. 2 pitches, 2 outs, 4 total pitches over the 2 batters. And that is really been the theme of the day, is low pitch count and offenses that have not been able to produce much.
As now Jack Rydell steps up to the plate. Now he's going to go talk things over with his third base coach. Joxie steps off the mound and now circles the mound. 4-1 the score, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. This game is flying by fast. Game started at 6:05. It's already 7:25.
This broadcast has already lasted under 90 minutes. Very quick game so far.
The lefty, Rydell, steps in. The first pitch. This one's fouled back behind the plate. 0-1 to Rydell. And Rydell today, a strikeout in the second and then a ground out in the fourth. Looking to change his luck here today. First time facing Jocks. Weshberg pitched 5 innings. And now Jocks in his first innings. Swung on and missed from Rydell. That one was foul tipped. It's now 0-2.
And Brent Jocks, what is he going to go to on a put-out situation? An 0-2 count? Is he going to elevate a fastball, an off-speed pitch low? He has a lot that he can go to right here, and it's interesting to see what he'll go to.
Jocks, fastball outside. Didn't get the call. Try to get Rydell to chase. 1-2 now to Rydell. And Rydell, the last time he came up, the ground out, but overall this season, batting .333.
The last time we saw Jocks, he had 3 strikeouts.
As Rydell fouls this one away. 5th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Rydell. It's the longest at-bat of the inning so far. 2 outs.
That outing for Jocks his last time was also against the Foresters. So Weshberg and Jocks, they both pitched 3 innings the last time that they played against the Foresters. Jocks, 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts in that outing.
The 1-2 misses high, fastball elevated. Counts even now 2-2 to Rydell. Mentioned it earlier, Rydell hit a grand slam against the Oaks. That was on June 22nd in the 11-4 win for the Foresters. His last game yesterday went 1 for 5. Had 2 strikeouts. The 2-2. Got him looking. Brent Jocks, his first strikeout of the day, ends in a 5-pitch K that got Rydell looking, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the top of the 7th. The Oaks, they're still trailing 4-1. You are listening on the Conejo Oaks live stream presented by KDTV. Top of the 7th inning, Knight Uretsky and Ryan Milano. Ryan, the next 3 innings of play-by-play are yours.
Christian Della-Schmidt, his day is done. He makes way to Brandon Beckel, the new pitcher on the mound. Beckel going to have to face off against the heart of the Oaks order. Smith, Burford, Capozzi, the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming to the plate. The first pitch to Smith. In there on the inside part of the plate. Misses as it brushes back Smith. The count, 1-0. Della-Schmidt's final line, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, so 4 total base runners, 4 strikeouts, and 1 earned run on the Bobo homer. The 1-0. Lined inside the third base bag. It's fair. Smith is going to be running for a while. He's headed to second, and he's going to stop there. Pedersen left, shaded far inside into right center field. Smith, a line drive ground ball that curled just inside the line, and Pettis was far away from it, and the leadoff man is on second base.
That was a great hit right there from Smith. It just got to the right side of that bag and then just hugged the line down the left field side. It's only 3-10 to left field, so Smith, on a ball that's hit to left field, he's not going to try to go to third because of the short left field. But overall, a great play, and it's always great to have your leadoff man in scoring position if you are an Oaks fan.
Reagan Burford, he's 0 for 2 on the day. Has not left the infield. Ground out to short. Pop out to third. First pitch into him. Misses low. The count, 1-0. Brandon Beckel, a man out of Texas Tech University. He has 2 appearances for the Foresters this season. 3 total innings. Allowed 1 earned run so far on the year. Checks the runner at second. Burford grounds to third. High chopper. Smith can't advance. The throw to first by Cachel in time. So 1 out in the inning. As Burford, he is now 0 for 3 on the day.
And right now, it's been the same thing that we saw from Brent Jocks. The first 2 batters that we see from Beckel. It's 2 pitches to both of the first 2 batters, and it's been a quick going.
Robert Capozzi, the left-hander in the box, facing off against the right-hander in Beckel. First pitch to Capozzi. Check swing, he did not go around, but the strike was called on the pitch. 0-1 the count.
And right there, that was a fastball outside corner. Capozzi thought about it, but held back at the last second.
Beckel checks the runner. Bailing out is Rydell at short. The pitch catches the black. Capozzi now down 0-2. Beckel, in his 2 appearances, he had 1 against the Barons, 2 innings, 1 earned run on 2 hits, and he recorded the save in that game. His first appearance of the year was against the Blues. He pitched 1 inning of no-run baseball, but it was a 5-0 loss for Santa Barbara. Beckel checks the runner. Smith dancing with him. Now goes to the dish. 3-pitch strikeout. Robert Capozzi goes down swinging. So sat down in short order is Capozzi, and after the leadoff double, they're now 2 down, and Smith has not advanced.
And right there, Capozzi looked at the first 2 pitches, didn't swing, but then swung at the 3rd pitch, and honestly, that 3rd pitch was the worst of the 3 pitches. Probably should have swung at the 2 that were called for strikes. That one that he swung on to get K'd up, that was an off-speed pitch low in the zone.
Raul Sandoval, he comes to the plate. Struck out in the 2nd, grounded out to shortstop in the 5th. First pitch to him, bounces in, a ball. The count, 1-0. Sandoval, he swung and missed on a few pitches today, both of those on the outside part of the plate, as now there is a mound meeting. The catcher, Robleski, goes and talks to Beckel, as well as Rydell, the shortstop, who's in on the mound meeting. Morrissey and Grant Smith, they're having a chat at second base. As now, Raul Sandoval, up 1-0 in the count, steps back into the box. Foresters, they lead 4-1. The Oaks have a runner in scoring position. Sandoval looks at a pitch, missing the zone low. The count 2-0. Sandoval, on the season so far, has not had success with putting his bat on the ball. Just 2 hits on the season, 6 strikeouts, 7 if you include the strikeout in the second inning today. The 2-0. Looks at it, catches the outside part of the plate at the knees for a strike. 2-1 the count. Sandoval, with those 6 strikeouts and 2 hits, has reached base 3 other times this season, a walk and 2 hit by pitches. The 2-1 to the plate, misses low and away, a ball. 3-1 the count. Sandoval ahead. Beckel, on the season, has not walked a batter, in danger of doing that with 3 balls here to Sandoval. The 3-1. Cut through and missed. An elevated fastball. Sandoval cannot catch up to it. The count is now worked full. That one, a pitch that just too meaty for Sandoval, right over the heart of the plate. High, it would have been close in terms of the elevation on whether it would have been called a strike. Sandoval wanted to go after it. He could not catch up.
And this right here is the longest at bat of the day for the Oaks. This is the 6th pitch that Sandoval's seeing.
The payoff pitch to the plate, grounded up the middle, gets caught by the shortstop, throws on to first. It's in the sun, it goes past. Smith is going to come around to score, so the throw by Rydell was right in close to Rombach at first, but Rombach, he could not see it with the sun right there behind the shortstop, and that's an RBI for Raul Sandoval on an infield single.
And that's just a tough play right there from Rombach. You know, it was a diving play. Bry Rydell, the shortstop, you thought maybe this is going to be it. This is going to be the end of the top of the 7th. But right there, the sun helps out the Oaks as Rombach can't see it. And, you know, the sun is starting to be blinding. We apologize for the camera issues. The camera facing right into the sun, and it's starting to black out a lot of the screen.
Actually, I think that the picture is relatively good for the angle that we're at right now. You can see, but let us know if you can't. Pitch to Sharp, skied high, away, out of play. The count 0-1 to Andrew Sharp.
I was just saying that, like, you can hardly see, like, the third baseman. It's a lot of shadows, it looks like.
It's hard for us to look at the third baseman.
Yeah, it's really hard. I can't really see a lot in the outfield. Thank gosh I have a hat on right now that's shading the sun a little bit.
The 0-1 to Sharp, misses low. 1-1 the count. After the 6th pitch at bat to Sandoval, we've now seen 15 pitches in the inning from Sharp, or from Beckel, with the 2 from Sharp. Sharp, the tying run for the Oaks at the plate. Sandoval on first, getting held on. Pickoff attempt, back to the bag. Got him in time. The big lead by Sandoval was too much. And the Oaks, they're retired in the inning, but they do get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. To the bottom of the 7th we go. The Oaks, they're within 2. This game is tightening up, but Conejo, they have to hold it in the home half of the inning. To the bottom of the 7th we go on the Oaks live stream. Cade Higgins leading off the bottom of the 7th inning for the Foresters. First pitch into him from Jocks. Catches his own for a strike. A new catcher in the game now. Caden Suji behind the dish. Andrew Sharp, his day is done. The 0-1 misses inside. A ball. The count 1-1.
And we've seen Suji this season play third base and catcher. He's naturally a catcher. Originally went to Austin P University, now transferring from there in the transfer portal.
The 1-1 lifted out of play. Foul ball, 1-2.
Is our player of the game in that loss against the Coastal Cubs on Sunday. Did pretty good in that game. I think got on about 4 times. Was 0 for 4 before then.
The 1-2 swung on and missed. A swinging strikeout for Cade Higgins. The throw down to first. High, Bobo leaps, catches it, and steps on the bag. So the first out of the inning is recorded.
And back-to-back Ks for Jocks right there. Got Rydell looking to end the 6th. And now gets Higgins swinging for the first out in the 7th.
And there is a new defensive player at third. Cabral checks in for Capozzi. Cabral, it's his first game with the Oaks. Now the 9-hole hitter Morrissey watches the first pitch. Low, missing the zone, a ball, 1-0 the count. Jocks looking in. Now time is called by the home plate umpire. Jocks, he was staring into the catcher for quite a long time. And that time was called before Jocks got into his motion. There's been a few times today, especially with Lucian Westberg, when he was on the mound through the first few innings of this game where time was called while he was in the motion of the pitch. Now the 1-0. Fouled off, skied into the screen. 1-1. And we see Zach Leach, the catcher, who's on an off day for the Foresters. He is on foul ball duty, and he's been running back and forth all day long, getting a pretty hefty workout for an off day. The 1-1, skied in the air to shallow center. Smith and Naviak tracking back. Naviak makes the call, makes the catch, and 2 down are in the inning. Sandoval was charging in as well. The 3 converged on the ball. Naviak's voice the loudest. Able to stay underneath it, make the catch, and retire the second batter of the inning to turn the lineup over. Kendall Pettis making his 4th at-bat of the day. Struck out swinging in the first. Singled in the third. That was an RBI single. He eventually came around to score in the inning. And then in the 6th, or in the 5th, he flew out to right field. First pitch to him, a strike, 0-1 the count.
And Pettis right there showed bunt, did not pull back, just missed the ball right there.
The 0-1 looking in at the knees, but just missing low. The count, 1-1. Jocks, a 10-pitch inning in the 6th. In this inning, 9 pitches. 2 Pettis, elevated, a ball. 2-1. Pettis, he's ahead in the count. He's been ahead in the count twice today. In the 3rd, he singled. In the 5th, he flew out to right when he was ahead in the count 2-1. The 2-1. Inside, misses the zone, has to brush back Pettis, and Kendall Pettis ahead in the count 3-1.
And Jocks, he's been using his fastball a lot. That fastball runs high 80s, low 90s. Young man out of Cal State Los Angeles, a D2 school. He's playing with the Oaks, getting his first action since 2019, but he's been impressive so far this season.
The 3-1 into Pettis. Skied high in the air to left. Gregory going back underneath it, makes the squeeze, and the inning is retired. 1, 2, 3 for Brent Jocks in both innings of action that he's faced. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. The Oaks, they're now down by 2 runs, trying to come back as we head to the 8th inning. 6 outs, a 2-run deficit. You're listening to the Conejo Oaks live stream on YouTube. Caden Suji leading off the top of the 8th inning for the Oaks. Andrew Sharp, he was at the dish to end off the 7th inning, but the pickoff of Raul Sandoval at first ended the frame. So that leads to Suji leading off. First pitch to him misses for a ball. The count is 1-0. A new pitcher on the mound for the Foresters. Gabe Starks, he comes in for Brandon Beckel. Beckel's day, just 1 inning pitch, 2 hits and 1 earned run. The 1-0 to Suji misses inside, another ball. 2-0 the count. Suji, he has been hitting the ball well lately. He had 1 performance against the Coastal Cubs, and he grounds one outside of the bag at third, 2-1. After starting the season 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, a 4 for 4 on base percentage day against the Cubs raised his average. Now on the season, Caden Suji, he's hitting .286 on the year with a 444 on base percentage in 9 plate appearances. The 2-1 in there, first strike on the outside part of the plate. 2-2 the count.
And Starks, the man on the mound for the Foresters, the second SEC pitcher we've seen from the Foresters. Saw in the beginning of the game, Della Schmidt, he was from Tennessee. Starks, he's from Arkansas.
To Suji, grounded right back to the pitcher Starks, underhands to first, and Suji is retired. 1 out in the inning, and the Oaks, they're now down to 5 total outs left to try to come back. JT Naviak, the 9-hole hitter. 0 for 2 on the day. Fly out on the infield in the third. Strikeout on 4 pitches in the fifth. This is his first time facing a pitcher that is not Christian Delaschmidt. Starks to the dish. Line sharply into the screen, towards the right side and out of play. The count 0-1 to Naviak. Starks. The 0-1 bounces in there for a ball. The count is 1-1. The sun blaring in from left field. The outfield alignment shaded towards the right. The center fielder in Casa Grande significantly right of center. The 1-1 grounded to second base. Morrissey picks it up, throws to first in time. Naviak grounds out to shortstop. The lineup turned over. Zach Gregory going to head to the dish. And this might be a little personal for Zach Gregory, as it is Gabe Starks from Arkansas against Zach Gregory from Arkansas. Both of these players know each other well.
I'm sure they've had some inter-squad matchups against each other.
And I think that gives the advantage to the batter. He knows the tendencies of the pitcher, knows where he's trying to go, knows what location, pitch mix he's trying to bring to the table. So Zach Gregory, the leadoff man, 0 for 1 of the day, but has reached base twice with a walk and a hit by pitch. First pitch into Gregory, squares to bunt, elevated and outside for a ball, 1-0 the count. The infield, a slight shift to the right-handed batter, or to the left-handed batter, excuse me. The 1-0 in there for a strike at the knees on the outside part of the plate. 1-1 the count to Gregory. He's worked deep in counts throughout the day. 5 pitches in the third, 5 pitches in the sixth, and then was hit by a pitch in the third pitch of his at-bat in the first.
That was a fastball right there from the pitcher Starks, and you can see the Foresters pitchers behind the plate measuring the radar, trying to get him to ramp it up.
The 1-1 grounded up the middle. Shortstop gets past the glove of Rydell into the outfield, and Zach Gregory, he gets a single up the middle, and the tying run for the Oaks comes to the plate with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. That tying run would be T.J. Foreman.
And Foreman, this game is a little personal, was on a temporary contract with the Foresters a couple of years ago, and says every time he plays them, he just really wants to beat up. And he just hates playing here against any Santa Barbara team. Was at Ventura College, hated playing here against SBCC. And now as an Oak, he hates playing against the Foresters, and he just wants to win.
Foreman, he's 1 for 3 on the day. Flew out to right in his last at-bat, lined out in his at-bat in the third. Now sees the first pitch, fouled straight back into the screen, just underneath that one. The count, 0-1. He singled in the first. He has hit the ball hard so far on the day. Foreman, right now, just looking to barrel one up, as he did in the first, as he did in the third, but it was caught. Runner on first being held on. The 0-1. Foreman skied out of play towards the right side. Into the park. The count is 0-2. Now Foreman has to battle back with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning.
And Foreman yesterday hit a rocket of a ball at the academy. It was 410 to dead center. He hit it probably about 406 right off the wall. It was an impressive hit.
Pickoff attempt at first, a slow pickoff attempt from Starks on the mound. Gregory back in safely with ease. Just a precautionary measure from Starks. I don't think he was intending to get Gregory locked up at all. The 2-0, or excuse me, the 0-2, and time is called by the home plate umpire. Gregory on first. Infield. Sees a strikeout to TJ Foreman on an elevated fastball. Starks gets out of the inning with just one hit allowed, no run scored, and a single man in Zach Gregory left on base. The Oaks, they have 3 outs left to catch up, but they'll have to shut down the Foresters as the Santa Barbara Foresters, they have a 4-2 lead headed into the bottom of the 8th inning on the Conejo Oaks live stream. Bottom of the 8th inning, a new pitcher on the hill for the Oaks. Aiden Garza, he comes in to pitch. Brent Junks, his day, efficient. 2 innings pitched, no hits allowed, no walks allowed, no earned runs allowed, and 2 strikeouts for him. Garza facing off against Kachel. The first pitch in there for a strike. The count 0-1. Aiden Garza, my busmate, sat next to him on the bus on the way here. Sat next to him on the bus a few times, actually.
What'd you guys talk about today?
Well, you know, I was listening to a podcast. He had his headphones in as well, so there wasn't much talking today.
So he wasn't your busmate. You guys weren't talking.
He sat next to me. That's what I count as a busmate. The 1-1. Garza misses outside. 2-1. He asked me what game I was playing. I was playing MLB 9 innings on my phone. So, if the Garzas see a new game downloaded on Aiden's phone, you can thank me as the 2-1 bounces in the dirt. 3-1.
Big MLB 9 innings guy?
You know, I saw it. I used to be. And then I stopped playing for a while, and then I saw it when I downloaded the MLB app. The 3-1 in there for a strike, the count 3-2.
I'm more of a tap sports baseball type of guy. Like upgrading the players and all that.
The full count to the dish. Lined into left field. Gregory chasing it. He's not going to get there. It's going to drop. Digging for second is Kachel. Gregory the throw in. Naviak cuts it off, and a leadoff double for Andrew Kachel. And there's a runner on second base for the Foresters.
And I was talking to Coach Jose before the game, and he was talking to me about the placement of the outfielders. For lefties, they like to have the left fielder off the line a little bit. And right there, Kachel hit one right down the line. And usually, that's just not what the analytics will tell you. You know, he said, if you give up a double a game, hopefully it'll be with no runners on, just like we saw. you're okay with that because analytics will tell you that the balls aren't going to be hit that way that many times out of a lefty.
First pitch is Zobak, misses the zone, 1-0 the count. Zobak so far today, homered in the first, doubled with an RBI in the third, also came around to score in that inning, then flew out on the infield. His fourth at-bat starts with 2 straight balls as that pitch misses low and away from Garza. Infield, a slight shift to the lefty batter. The runner's going. Garza steps off, throws to third, and there's a pickle headed on. Cabral tags out the runner who slips in between the base paths, and right there, after giving off a leadoff double, Garza, a savvy play to pick off the mound as the runner is going, able to get out of the jam now with 1 down and no one on.
And Cagel right there took off well before Garza was even set to throw towards the plate. It was an easy play and a pickoff.
The 2-0 pitch misses high, a ball.
It's actually
3-0.
called for a strike.
Oh, it's called for a strike, excuse me. It looked like it was elevated and off the plate, but the umpire gives a favorable call to Aiden Garza. Two-one, swung on, grounded to first base. Bobo retrieves it cleanly. Shields off Garza, steps on the bag, and a ground out to first base leads to the second out of the inning. Nathan Rombach to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Reached base in the first inning with a walk. Did not advance past first base as the final out of that inning was when he was tapped out at the bag on a fielder's choice. He's then flown out into the outfield twice. First pitch to him, swung on and lined hard, but outside of play in left field. 0-1 the count.
And you could see the Foresters fans in the right next to the Foresters dugout. They all stood up and looked right down the line, hoping that he was going to rip that one fair. Just went foul.
The 0-1 to the dish, misses low and inside. The count 1-1. Suji makes the catch on the dirt. Infield playing relatively straight up. Smith shaded a little bit to the top of the second base side. A little closer to the bag, but not directly over it. The 1-1. Swung on and lifted. Back goes Bobo. In comes Foreman. Smith tracking on it on the right field side. Foreman calls it off. It goes over his head. It lands in play. Smith has to pick it up. And a double as Foreman overran it. And the poor field conditions here forced Foreman to slip, not able to get his footing. And now a double recorded for Nathan Rombach.
Yeah, you mentioned the poor field conditions right in that area. It's just all mud right there. Looked like Foreman ran in, slipped on the mud, and the ball just went right behind him. Foreman a lot of speed there in right field. But the mistake costs him as now there's a runner in scoring position and 2 outs for the Foresters. Garza right now just trying to keep this a 2-run game.
A pinch hitter in the game now. It's going to be Tanner Otremba. He comes in to hit for Tyler Casagrande. First pitch to him fouled back. 0-1 the count.
And Otremba this season batting .333 in 2 games.
Otremba was not with the team for a few of the games. Both the games in Conejo, he was not there. This one, lined into left field. Gregory goes back at the wall, looking up, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for a pinch hit, Tanner Otremba. And the poor field conditions that led to the double by Rombach now lead to 2 more runs for Santa Barbara. That's a little bit of a home field advantage.
It is a little bit of a home field advantage, but, you know, You just got to take what's given to you, and you can't make excuses. Foreman probably should have made that play. It was a tough play, but as a right fielder, you should know your field and make the play. And right there, it cost him, but a heck of a bat for O'Tremble right there. I mean, you get put in as a pinch hitter, and you deliver in the biggest way possible. A home run over the left field wall puts your team up now 4.
First pitch to Robleski. Misses low. A ball. 1-0 the count. Robleski so far today, singled in the second, grounded out in the third, flew out to center in the sixth. Garza misses low and inside twice in a row. The count 2-0. Garza, 18 pitches so far in the inning. The sun has now set. The 2-0 misses low and inside again. The count 3-0. And after giving up the home run, Garza, 3 stray balls. It's important here to not have any more damage in the inning. Go right at the Foresters batters and make sure that it's just a 4-run deficit over to the offense. The 3-0 in at the knees for a strike, 3-1.
And Garza, he's not a pitcher that's going to overpower you with speed. He's a very pinpoint pitcher, going to pick his locations correctly. But right now, it seems like he's missing a lot.
The 3-1, Garza to the dish. It's fouled off of Robleski's underarm, and the count is worked full, 3-2.
And Garza right now, back-to-back strikes thrown after allowing 3 straight balls to start this at-bat. With 2 outs, this at-bat's still not over. Just got to finish it here.
The 3-2, grounded to Naviak at short. Going to be a tough play. The backhand to Bobo is up the line towards the dugout. Suji backs up the play. The runner does not advance, but he gets to first on an infield single.
And that was a tough play for Naviak right there. He was fielding it towards his right side, so he was throwing it off his back foot. Didn't get a clean throw on that one. It's a tough throw, but it allows the runner Robleski to get to first, and this inning continues. It's a lot of 2-out hitting for the Foresters.
And that brings up Jack Rydell. Rydell was struck out twice today, looking last time up, and then swinging in the second. Grounded out to second base in the fourth. First pitch swinging, cuts through and misses. The count 0-1. Runner on first, Bobo. Not holding him on, but he is inside of the runner's lead at the first base bag. Time called by the home plate umpire. Suji runs up to Garza. They are talking things over. Gregory in left, shaded just towards left center. The outfield shifted a little bit to the right, all over. Wind has died down here. Pitch to Rydell. The 0-1 misses inside. The count 1-1.
They take down the American flag in the right field?
I believe they did take down the American flag in right field.
Interesting. Can't see what the wind's doing anymore.
It's really a hindrance to us as the 1-1 misses low and inside. A ball, 2-1. The 2-1 to the plate. Rydell looks at a pitch elevated that misses the zone. 3-1 the count. Tennyson Clark asks, what's with the T-shirts on the base umps? Not quite sure. It's a little bit of a chilly day, so they are wearing long sleeves compared to their typical short sleeves. 3-1, catches the zone, 3-2, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah,
Foresters, they lead 6-2.
When we first got here, it was pretty windy. The wind definitely has died down a lot, but the minute I got here, I was wearing a short sleeve shirt, and I immediately put on my hoodie because it was so windy out.
Full count. Garza to the dish. Rung up right out on the outside corner. Strike out looking. And the Oaks, they get out of the inning, but not after 2 runs scored on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. The Oaks trail by 4 with 3 outs to get it back. We'll be back for the top of the 9th inning. You're listening to the Oaks on YouTube. Bottom of the 9th inning, the Oaks, they have 3 outs to get 4 runs back. Brendan Bobo, the leadoff hitter for Conejo. So far today, Brendan Bobo, he has halted his struggles at the plate, at least in some capacity. A big fly earlier in this game to get the first run on the board for Conejo. First pitch to him, misses the zone low. The count 0-1. Excuse me, 1-0. Bobo, today, flew out to right in the first, then that home run in the fourth, then a hard line drive to first base that was caught in the 6th. This one on the ground to first. Robleski flips. Stark steps on the bag, and Bobo is retired. So now 1 down in the inning. Grant Smith to the dish. Smith, so far today, a double the last time up. He came around to score. That was the 2nd run of the game for the Oaks. That came in the 7th. And he grounded out on the left side of the infield twice, once to third and once to shortstop. That double right down the line inside of the bag at third. First pitch to him, out in front, misses. 0-1 the count.
And Smith here just got to stay disciplined. Last time saw 2 pitches and then hit a double. Has another chance to do so here. He's a great hitter.
The 0-1 misses low. The count 1-1. Starks has been locating pitches low in the zone throughout the entirety of his day today, trying to live low on a plane from inside to outside. One hit on the day for Starks. That was last inning with Gregory. The 1-1 breaking ball catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. The count 1-2. Smith now behind in the count. He was behind in the count in the first inning. That at bat resulted in a ground out to third base. Here the 1-2. Cut through and missed. Smith strikes out, and the Oaks are down to their final out. Reagan Burford, the designated hitter, he's going to be the last chance for the Oaks.
And the Oaks so far in this inning, you had the Bobo ground out and Smith striking out. These are just not the at-bats that you want to see if your team's down by 4. Seems like the team's a little bit defeated right after that O'Tremble home run. You know, it was a 2-run game right beforehand, but after that 2-run home run, it just seems like everybody has their heads down and they're not really focused.
Burford at the plate. Cabral on deck. First pitch into Burford, in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Burford so far today. Grounded out twice, has not left the infield. The one time he did not ground out, he flew out to third base. The 0-1. In there, brushes him back. 1-1 the count. Just misses Burford.
And Starks right here, he has some heat on that. I mean, man, it just goes humming into the plate.
The 1-1 to Burford. Starks to the plate. Catches the outside corner. Low and away for a strike. The count 1-2. Infield, big hole up the middle between the shortstop Rydell and Morrissey at second. The 1-2. Burford check swing. The home plate umpire says he went around, and the game is over. The Oaks, they drop this one 6-2. Santa Barbara, they now take first place in the CCL South standings. The Oaks, they now drop to a game back in the standings, and this drops them behind the Slow Blues, awaiting the result of what San Luis Obispo does in their game today. But the Oaks, a 6-2 loss today. Knight, reactions of the game.
I mean, this was a quick game. The Oaks, they didn't see a lot of pitches come to them. There was a lot of quick bats. I think a majority of the at-bats were about 3 to 4 pitches. Probably that was around the average. I mean, what stands out is probably the Brendan Bobo home run. I know he went 1 for 4 today and didn't have his best day that we've seen, but he did smoke a ball to right field, and that was really impressive. And then also, you know, Lucien Westberg, he pitched 5 innings and only gave up 2 runs. And, you know, at the same time, Brent Jocks, he gave up 4 runs. Brent Jocks, on the other hand, he pitched 2 scoreless innings, and he was very impressive. And so, you know, I think I'm satisfied with the way that the pitching was today, besides the end with Garza. You'd like him to keep it a 2-run game at the end, but, you know, Jocks, he did pretty good today, and I think that was really what stood out to me was the Westberg into Jocks combo entering the 8th inning.
That's going to do it for today's game. The Oaks, they will be back tomorrow. Friday, 6 p.m., we will be in San Luis Obispo with the Oaks. That game will be at 6 p.m. Thank you for joining us. We will see you same time tomorrow on the Oaks live stream by KDTV on YouTube.